Welcome to Conversations with Body and Mind with myself, Nirvana Lange. Body and Mind is your health and wellness online directory. And coming up in today's conversation, I'll be chatting to Andrea Matthews, and she is going to tell us all about it is love that heals us. And that is definitely one of the most important energies that we need. Welcome, Andrea. How are you doing?
Hi, Nirvana. Thank you. It's just wonderful to join with you.
Thank you very much.
It's great. Thank you for this opportunity. And I'd just like to thank Body and Mind, Roxanne and Tracy and everyone for being, they've just been really helpful to me in many ways. So and this is great. So thanks.
You are most welcome. And one of the things that Body and Mind has been doing for over 20 years is to provide a platform and a place where people can find alternative healers and therapists, and it's literally become just even on the phone that you can use now to find somebody in your area and region, and to really do the marketing for the alternative arena. So very great. So Andrea, back to you. Tell me about you. Tell me your journey. I read a little bit in your bio that you went down the Course of Miracles path. But even before that, tell me a little bit about how it all actually began for you.
Okay. Gosh. All right. Well, I'm going to sort of say when it all started, the sort of spiritual journey. I'm sure you don't want to hear about my whole life. So it all started possibly, about 2002 when my parents passed very quickly within each other. And I started questioning, like a lot of us do. And one thing led to another. And through Marianne Williamson's work, I found the Course in Miracles. So that was like 18 years ago. And I just knew this was my path. This was it. I didn't understand a word of it. It's very complex when you don't know it. But I just knew this was it. And aside from the course, I just investigated everything. I was just like passionate. You know how we can be when we're on the spiritual path. We just like can't get enough, and we're learning everywhere. And it progresses like that. And it was about 2009, I got into Reiki, and I actually qualified as a Reiki master. And I also did quantum touch and some other modalities. But strangely, I never felt inspired or guided to do anything with it, other than to work occasionally with my children, with my family, but never to sort of take it any further than that. And when I look back on it, I know why that was. It was because I would say, spiritually immature, in terms of I hadn't been through any rough stuff really in my life. So if I had branched off into that, I wouldn't have really been able to help people having never experienced real difficulties.
Dark night of the soul. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's such an interesting term, because it's dark night of the soul, but it's really dark night of the ego, with the soul guiding you through it.
I love that.
And so from I didn't do the Reiki, but then from that point on, for about 8 years, I just had what would be called a difficult situation after another arising in my life, from conflict to real health issues with my daughters, emotional issues, just a lot of really deep challenges. And it was like one thing would pass and then another thing would start. And it was really, this was when I look back on it, I know it was my curriculum. It was to take me deeper into myself. The course is very based on deep psychology, helping us understand the ego, and that we have this ego mind, but we also have this other presence within our mind, which is what they call the Holy Spirit, which is love. And thank heavens for that. And we always have this going on, and we can choose between the two. So while I was going through, hectic family conflicts, all sorts of things, I was learning a lot about myself and what was going on, but I was also learning to turn towards what I call this loving presence. And it was within me. And it was kind of guiding me through this hectic labyrinth of things. And every time I was coming to realize it's love that heals us. It's absolutely love that heals us.
That's amazing, Andrea. I think it was around 2003 that I brought out one of the master teachers from the Course in Miracles, Greta Jonker. And I brought her out, I think, twice or three times, I can't remember. And we ran workshops here in Cape Town on the Course in Miracles. And now that feels like a lifetime ago, and kind of triggered my memory when I read your bio. And I thought, wow, you know, I've got 2 books in my library here, and it's definitely something that that, and for me, the conversations with God, those were my 2 you know, those were my 2 kind of leaps into. And isn't it funny that how 2000 I had a conversation, I can't remember, was it yesterday or the day before, and you know, for me it was like round about 2000 I just felt like there was a huge opening in awakening. Like, you know, they were worried that everything was going to be switching off, and we were, you know, 0.0. It literally feels like it was 0.0, but on a spiritual awakening, like there was a massive awakening from 2000, and it's just accelerating at the moment. And and the dark side is desperately trying to keep up with us, but you know, exactly. So tell us about,
like a big backlash.
That's right, absolutely. So Andrea, tell us about.
So what happened was, while I was going through. You there? You there? Okay. Sorry, I thought you went blank there. I didn't hear anything from you.
We did. We unfortunately had a bit of a glitch in the system. It's funny, when we spoke about the dark side, it just went completely strange. But I want to go into you telling me about the work that you're doing. What is it? Is love that heals us, and you know, and if you can go into some of the healings that you have on offer.
Okay. So this sort of journey of mine, things sort of shifted about, I don't know, 1.5 years, 2 years ago, where it suddenly, I'd been doing a lot of workshops, teaching on the Course in Miracles. I say teaching, but it's actually, we teach what we're learning. So it was more like sharings. I did quite a lot of that. Discussion groups, study groups, I facilitated those, and I'm actually still doing them here in Cape Town. But it just became obvious to me that I was having conversations with people where they were wanting help in terms of having a shift in perception, struggling with this ego and with the ego mind, things that they were believing, and just having a conversation and using what I'd learned, offering those as tools and ideas. There was something like, oh my gosh, I see that now, thank you. So, and this kept happening. And I thought, you know what, I think I'm going to take this further, and I'm going to combine it with the hands-on healing, and I'm going to make it all into one package, really. So what I do is that I invite people to come, and we have like half an hour of talking, see where they're at, and then move that on into a Reiki session. Sometimes it doesn't work like that. They'll come and we're chatting, and we won't have a Reiki session at all. It'll just be a communication. And sometimes it'll be talking and then into the healing room. And I start doing, I really step out of the way. That's what I've realized. I get out of the way and this just comes in. It's like amazing. And people will sometimes continue talking through the treatment, and we talk while this is going on, and sometimes they don't, they just enjoy it, and it's just gorgeous. And I've had some really wonderful experiences through that. So that's what I'm offering, basically. It's kind of a combination of spiritual inquiry, looking at deep-seated beliefs, limiting beliefs, bringing in what I've learned, my experience and what has worked for me, how incredibly helpful it is to work with love, that you have that option. A lot of people don't know that, and what it is to work with it and to have relief from the suffering that we experience from listening to the ego mind.
Yeah.
We're saying we listen to the ego mind because we don't know that we're doing that, and we don't know that we have an alternative. So I bring all that into this kind of what I call a blend. And that's what I'm doing, just putting myself out there. I'm in Cape Town, I'm in Claremont. I've got a room, beautiful healing room. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. And I'm really just making myself available. It's kind of in service to the universe, really, but in service to others.
And it is a
And
very, it's a very crucial time at the moment. And in some way, because a lot of my my roundtables goes around what's happening at the moment, and in some way, as much as I am resistant to the agenda, I also am hoping and feeling that this is a point for people to be more asking questions, to going, to taking more time on the self and exploring who am I, and what is going on, and just having that question. So you're based in Cape Town. How can people get hold of you?
Okay, look, obviously by WhatsApp. My number is 072-203-1501. And then I have a website where I have a blog, and I write quite a lot. I love to write about my experiences, insights, reflections. And my website is www.andreamatthews.co.za, so it's very easy. And my email address is andrea@andreamatthews.co.za, so that's easy too.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I've got a Facebook page. It's Andrea Matthews, obviously, but I can't remember what the number is. But anyway, that those will
absolutely. Well, and also then.
And I say, carry on.
No, you go.
Okay, I was going to say, if there are people out there who are interested in the Course in Miracles, want to learn more about it, you're very welcome to contact me. If they don't necessarily want to come for, a treatment or anything, but they're just interested, they're most welcome to get in touch with me.
Great. Thank you very much, Andrea. And please don't forget that people can go to the Body and Mind website, which is bodyandmind.co.za. We also have the Body and Mind blog, which is bodyandmindblog.co.za. And you can interact with us that way. You can put Andrea Matthews in the search bar, and you will find all about her biography, links to get in contact with her. You can also download the Body and Mind Health and Wellness Directory app on your Apple as well as on your Android phones. And again, you can interact with us that way. We do invite you to please subscribe to our channel, get notifications when we do our next upload, and please do share it with people that you think can gain benefit out of these conversations. So that is it for us, Andrea. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Nirvana. I appreciate it. It's lovely to meet you and talk to you.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks. Have an awesome day.
You too.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.